Hello and welcome to Tarot. I'm an intuitive tarot card reader and this reading is for Taurus for February 2021. It is a general reading, so it's not going to resonate with everyone. However, take what resonates with you and leave behind what doesn't. I'm using a number of decks and I'll put the decks that I'm using in the description box below. So we'll begin. We are looking at love, money and career. So the first column here, we're looking at love and relationships. So that could be an intimate relationship or a significant relationship or even a relationship with yourself. So these are general readings, so please place the messages in whatever area of life you feel fits right for you. And the second column we're looking at money, and then the third column we're going to be looking at career and projects. So reason I look at projects as well, because not everybody's in that life stage of focusing on their career. They may be focusing on particular projects. So it's career and projects. So let's begin. Okay, beautiful messages. And also, by the way, the messages also cross over. So they're not linear. They're not just in them each column. So they are messages that go across the three columns as well. So we're going to look at this column here first, which is about love and relationships. And there's a really clear message coming through. And as I said, these are general readings, so take what resonates with you. And it's not going to resonate with everyone, but there's definitely a very clear message coming through. There's a relationship that is forming, a significant relationship that's going to be offering you emotional fulfillment and a real sense of completion. It's a really beautiful energy, and it's really in February, it's what the energy is, there's a sense of you're manifesting this. So it could be something, if you're single and you're wanting to bring a significant partner into your life, you're really tuning into your own sort of self-belief and abilities to manifest that. And I really feel that ability will reap you great rewards. Or the other message is you're actually know this significant other, but you're separated at this point in time in February, and I think you're separated by water. So that could be the other significant person is overseas or is in a different state, or there's a sense of that needs to be, the other person needs to cross the water to get to you. That's the kind of message that's coming through. So let's just look at the card. So here you have the Knight of Cups, and the cups representing the water signs of the zodiac, which represents emotions. And with the Knight, it's a very romantic energy of somebody coming in and offering you their cup. And you above this, you've actually got the Queen of Cups. And I really feel if you're resonating with this reading, this is your energy here. And it's not a gender, it's really an energy. So there's this real sort of feminine energy of being able to trust your own emotions and trust your own instincts about this union. And really trusting in yourself that you are going to be able to either manifest this, or you're reminiscing over the times you have spent with somebody, if it's somebody you actually know but is separated by some sort of body of water. However, you trust that you will unite, and it's such it really is a beautiful energy. So the card above the Queen of Cups is the Three of Wands, and the Wands represents the water signs. Sorry, not the water signs. The Wands represent the fire signs of the zodiac, and it's really about passion and action and moving forward. However, with the Three of Wands, it's really about waiting for your ships to come in. So looking over the horizon and having that expectation, and that knowing that your ships are going to come in. In this illustration by this particular deck, which I'll put below, this card really reminds me of the Fool card. That sense of the cliff, and where this person has got this, it looks like a cat here, where the Fool has the dog. I really sense that there is a new beginning in this relationship. So it could be somebody brand new that you haven't met, and he's on his way to you. He could be from overseas. or she could be from overseas, or it could be a new beginning in that type of relationship. So if it's a connection, it could be somebody living overseas that you have a friendship with, and then it's going to turn into a new level of a relationship, a new beginning. Because there is a very strong energy of this fall energy with this card as well, and with this reading. So the card, I've pulled a card as a message from universe, as clarification, confirmation for each column. And the card that I pulled, I'll just bring it into camera shot, is the Lover. So it's this card here, which is a lovely card. And these are the affirmation cards with Rumi quotes on. So I'm just going to read the quote here. And it says, "In the house of lovers, the music never stops. The walls are made of songs and the floor dances." So it's a really beautiful energy, and it really confirms to me that this card here really reminds me of the Lovers cards in the major arcana of the tarot, and that union of coming together with your lover or with your significant other. So I do really feel that it may not happen in February, but there's definitely that potential of this union happening for you in your love and relationship life. So beautiful energy for you, lovely Taurus, for February. So I'll just pop that card back and we'll move on to the next column. So the next column will focus in really around money. That could also be about value as well, and how you value yourself. So it's not just the sort of the green dollar money that we look at in this column. So you're down here, you're down here with the Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Wands again representing the fire sign, so it's about action and passion. And you can see that this gentleman here is defending himself. However, he's on the higher ground, and I really get this energy that in your money life, there is a need to defend what you've sort of worked hard for, and defend maintaining that stability. And I feel that you're going to be successful in that. So in February 2021, there is definitely an energy that recognizing the hard work that you've done and the savings you've made, or how you've invested your money in, it's very stable. However, that does need protecting. It's not a given that it's going to stay stable. And I do feel that in February you do have this energy around that you do need to protect what you have worked for. Because above this card, and this is what it feels like this person here is defending the Four of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles represents the earth signs of the zodiac, and the four in the minor arcana is really about stability. And so it's really about holding on to what you've already saved or earned and gained, not too tightly, because we don't want to sort of get sort of stingy and rigid, because then that's detrimental to the flow of money. But just holding gently and just giving yourself that stability in your finances. So I really feel there is a need to defend that. So that could be like bills coming in and trying to navigate how you're going to pay what bill, or I just get a sense there's a bit of a demand on your finances. However, you are sort of defending that, and that you are going to be successful in that. So I don't feel there's anything to worry about if you're resonating with this reading. And then above this card is the Ten of Cups. And I have to say, I really feel the energy of this card. It's really strongly connected to this column here, your love life. And it really, for me, it really confirms about that union of coming together with a significant other, possibly from overseas or over waters of some description, and that really being emotionally fulfilling for you, and a really beautiful energy. Because with the Ten of Cups, it represents the water signs of the zodiac, and the tens in the minor arcana represents completion and coming together, happy families. So it's a really, you can see this, the union of this two figures here entwined in each other. And again, with these particular deck, there's a real element of water and sea. They're surrounded by these fishes. So I really feel that this is very strongly connected to your love reading. However, this could also be connected to your money. So I'm not sure, but in some way, this relationship here is also tied up with your money and finances as well. I'm not sure how, but maybe it's that this person is also going to bring you emotional fulfillment, but also financial stability. And I do feel that you're definitely working your way towards that union, because see here where the sun is at a distance, you in the 10 of Cups, that sun has moved and you got closer. So I do feel that this is definitely sort of coming into you in this union. Okay, so the card that I pulled for, just bring it into camera shot, is this beautiful card here. So this was the confirmation clarification card from Universe for this column about your finance and money. And it's the higher power, and it's really about trusting that there's something bigger than yourself. Because when you're in this energy here, this is very earth realm energy of, you know, the minor arcanas and the passion, the action, and the tangible value. But this is the spiritual element, which really kind of relates to this sort of energy here, that the happy families, the emotional fulfillment, that sort of, and trusting that there is a higher self or a spiritual element that's supporting you in your journey, especially through February. So beautiful energy to have around you. So I'm just going to pop that back there. And then we're going to move on to the next column. And this is about career and projects. So whatever that fits in your life. And a very interesting message is coming through with this one. So we start off here with this card here, which is the Death card. And if you're new to tarot, the Death card isn't it's not a death, a physical death. It's really a death and a rebirth. And as we travel through life, we are constantly experiencing deaths and rebirths. You know, we have day and night is a death and a rebirth. So a new beginning. And they go hand in hand. You can't really have one without the other. So when there is a death of something, there's a new beginning of something. There's a rebirth of something. And in your career and projects, I really feel there's this real energy of an ending and a beginning happening for you. And the another message that's coming through, and this isn't going to relate to everyone, as I said earlier, these are general readings, so they're not going to resonate with everyone. Just take what resonates with you and leave behind what doesn't. But with the Six of Swords, which is above the Death card, the Six of Swords represents the air signs of the zodiac. Not the Six of Swords, the Seven of Swords, sorry. The Seven of Swords, swords representing the air signs of the zodiac. And with the Seven of Swords can be a little bit of a tricky card. It can represent strategizing and being organized and using your intellect to actually plot and plan where your next move is going to be. So that's what it could represent. It could also represent sneakiness, or, you know, someone trying to get away with something. So you see how this person here is holding these 5 wands, and he looks like these these 5 swords. It looks like these swords don't belong to him, and he's left 2 standing in the ground. And so there's a real sort of sense of sneakiness about this card. However, in this reading, the message that's really coming through for some people is that there's a separation happening in your career life or in your project. So if you've been working on a project, or in your career path you work in some sort of partnership, it feels like there's a separation of that partnership, and it may be a little bit tricky at the beginning. You know, how do you separate the assets, who takes what, especially like with intellectual sort of property, you know, whose idea was that originally? Do they take that with them in the separation? Do you keep that? So that sort of negotiation, I guess. However, the card that supported this is the Justice card. So I really feel that it will be a fair, just separation. So whatever that means to you, so whatever kind of separation there is, the kind of message that's really coming through, that is a separation with the person. But I'm just thinking, because it is a general reading and not everybody's in a partnership, it could be a separation from a company. Like you could be working in one kind of company and then you move to a competing company of the same kind of ilk. Say if you worked for an insurance company, you work with one company and then you move to another. Do you take your resources from your original company to your new company? That kind of energy. So it's this kind of separation of some description happening within your projects and within your career life. However, I do feel that universe and spirit is going to support you in having that as a fair separation. Because with the Justice card, it's a major arcana card, and with the major arcana cards, they have a lot of energy in a reading, and so it really kind of trumps the other cards. So I feel there is going to be justice for you, and often with the Justice card, it can be connected to like divorce, and divorce doesn't necessarily have to be a separation of two romantically involved people. It could be a separation of companies or so forth. So the card that supported you with this, I'm just going to pull it in. So the message from universe. And when I pulled these cards, I asked a particular question. And the question I asked universe for a supported card was, what is the archetype that Taurus needs to embody to be successful in their career and projects? And the archetype that you got was the mother, which is a beautiful energy, which actually really comes back. And I'm just going to slide this down here. It really comes back to this card here, the death card. So where there's a death, but there's a birth. So I feel that in this separation or this parting ways of some description, however that fits with you, there is this potential for you to step into this sort of motherly role. So you're going to be the mother of the projects. That's going to be your baby. You're not really going to be sharing that role with multiple people. You're kind of really going to really nurture that yourself. That is definitely the message that's coming through. There's a strong energy that you're going to really nurture these projects or nurture your career, and you're going to take it. You're going to really do that with these beautiful qualities. So, being able to be nurture and have patience and give that unconditional love and experience joy in that process as well. So beautiful energy. I really hope you resonate with this. If you do resonate with this, please press like, please subscribe. The likes are really nice to receive because it allows me to know that you resonate with this. If you don't resonate with this, there's plenty of other readers that you may connect with. Maybe I'm just not the reader for you, but hopefully you do resonate, and take care and lots of love. See you next time.